Hi, in this video, I'm going to be showing you several ways in which you can earn passive income without having to do anything. Now, you don't need any skills. You don't need to, produce anything. It's not freelancing. This will show you everything you need. And if you watch all the way through to the end, I'm going to show you how you can potentially make a sizable income by doing this. Hi, I'm Vince from Digital Nomad Institute, and let's get started. Now, the very first way you can make some truly passive income is through an app called HoneyGain. Now, this is both a web application that you can install on your computer. Sorry, it's an application that you can install on your computer, or it's an app that you can install and download on your iOS or your Android device. And what it does is it basically takes your unused bandwidth. So if it's at home, it's taking your unused Wi-Fi and reselling it. So those 8 hours, or maybe 16 hours that you're at sleeping and working, and then that you're not using your Wi-Fi, it's going ahead and reselling it so that you can basically get some income from it. All right, so this is what it looks like when you first join, and let me just see real quick. It's okay. It's a pay for a streaming platform subscription. So basically, when what you're doing is you're reselling your unused bandwidth for other people to play video games or to do different things. And it has a lot, very high security, and you basically, it's very high transparency. You know exactly what it's being used for, and then these are the steps. You basically set it up, you run it, you let other people use or borrow your internet connection, right? And then you help other businesses gather some data, and then you get paid for it. And you can either get paid in PayPal or Bitcoin. Okay, so this is a decent app. Now, if you look at it as money, the money aspect of this and how much money you'll make, it ranges based on where you're from, how quick your bandwidth is, and how many devices you have connected to different IPs. So if you have one software installed at work that has one IP address, one HoneyGain software installed at your home that has another IP address, and another one installed on your phone that uses maybe 3G or 4G that has a third IP address, then you can make obviously a lot more than if you only have one IP address listed. So that's essentially how it works, and it's just so many variables, but you're not going to get rich off of this. This is basically a way to, it's passive. You're not doing anything at the same time, though. All you're doing is just installing something and letting it run in the background. But here's how I look at it. I look at it as I'm not using my bandwidth at night. I'm not using it maybe all the time at work. So why not, have someone kind of be a roommate type of thing and share the cost of the internet that I'm using, right? So that's one way to look at it. So I'm basically recycling some of the excess bandwidth that I don't use. Now, if I was to use it 24 hours, if I was to use my internet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for something like, I don't know, maybe I was downloading something or downloading files or something like that, then maybe I wouldn't do this. But for most of us, we don't really use our internet 24 hours, 7 days a week, and we can afford to go ahead and let someone else use it, and we can get paid for it. So, and the great thing about it is you just install that set and forget it, and then you collect your cash out or whatever you choose, whether it's Bitcoin or PayPal, once the threshold is reached. And I'll leave a link in the description link below, so if you do sign up, you get a $5 gift card through my link. And as well, I'm going to show you a method in which you can possibly get more income from this. So what you can do is you can install this on your phone and then run it in the background to generate some income from your your phone and your internet that's not being used. And then you can go ahead and use another application that generates income on that same phone, and you can stack it. And then you can also then take that stacked phone, and multiply it by X amount, 10, 20, 30, 50 phones, and then by doing it that way you can generate a sizable income. Now of course there are risks to that method, but let me show you what I mean visually. Alright, so let's say you have one of these Cash Apps installed on a phone, and it generates maybe $3 or $4 a month per phone. That's not a lot, but if you stack maybe 3 apps that pay $3 a month, then each phone generates $9, and then if you have 2 phones, it generates 18, and so on and so forth. And some people have actually stacked 50, 100 phones, and they just, all they do is they install these apps and they check on it maybe once, twice, maybe 3 times a day for 5 minutes, and then they're done. Now there are risks to this. Of course, if the company or the app that pays you goes out of business, then you basically lose income. The other thing is, they have limitations. Some apps can allow you to only install on 2 phones, some on 3 phones, some 4, some don't have restrictions at all. But this is one avenue I might get into later on. I'm going to personally explore this, and I don't like to put out information that I personally haven't tested yet. So when it comes down to the program, I'll show you real quick. I am testing it right now myself, HoneyGain. And when I reach the threshold, I will go ahead and show you the proof of payment. But I'm not just throwing it out there, telling you to do this, and I'm not doing it myself. I'm actually going in there first, testing it out, making sure it's legit, it's not a virus or anything like that, and then seeing how much money I can generate from it, and then how can I amplify it, how can I make it better. All right, so that way I save your time, and we can learn together, we can share information together. So I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, could you please hit that like button, as it does take time and effort to produce each video. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.